up, YouTube? Hey, man, it's that man, Abu, brother, man. We back with another video. They say that boy Trevon Diggs, he got released. Yeah, Trevon Diggs got released. So we're gonna go over a little bit. We're gonna go over some of his highlights. We're gonna go over some teams that he should be going to. We're gonna go over some teams that he shouldn't go to. And we're gonna see what that really do for his contract, because I believe he got signed to a big contract a couple years ago. He had a big year where he had a whole bunch of interceptions. I think man got defensive player of the year. Not sure about that. We can check on that later. But we're gonna see what that money do, because being released, he's in the process of he could be claimed by another team. So if another team claim him, they gotta pick up that contract. But most likely, ain't nobody trying to eat that, especially if you try to go to a contender that's going to the playoffs. You most likely, it's better off to wait that out, fuck the contract, go try to get that chip real quick, and then try to re-up and sign you a new deal. But it will be a new deal under new parameters, under the new Trevon Diggs, and how they view you as a premier corner in this league. Yeah, man. You look. Them letting go Trevon Diggs, letting go Michael Parsons, man, that man Jerry, he ain't playing. Jerry think he gonna be here forever, and he gonna run his shit just like that. And to be honest, that's a good businessman. A businessman, he ain't thinking about his demise. He is focused on the business.
Terrible.
Yeah. Jerry's focused on the business. What you thought it was, man? Jerry's business, man. And when he feel like his business, when you upside down on your loan and you try and get back, this is what you got to do. You got to release a nigga who making 97. You might have to release a nigga who doing 97, who making 97. You hear me? Yeah. So let's get back to it. All right, so we about to check out Trevon Diggs, couple of highlights. We also going to check out, what they saying around the league as far as, articles and some of these other, news, NFL correspondence, you know what I'm saying? Who knows how they be getting the stories and all that, but we know how they be getting this shit. So we going to react to what they get, and then we going to put that shit together. That's what we here for, you hear me? Yeah, so, First off, man, shout out Trevon Diggs, man. Hey, I know, man, working under that man Jerry, dog, like, the money's sweet, but it's like there's certain things that you gotta take with that. And as a man, are you willing to be that company man? You know what I'm saying? You got Dak out here. Dak gonna be that company man. You know what I'm saying? Dak is thinking about his career after the game. You know what I'm saying? Trevon Diggs, the likers of Michael Parsons. You know what I'm saying? They, more so going to stand up for themselves a whole lot more than a guy like Dak would. Not saying that Dak won't stand up for himself, but saying that Dak is that company guy. So it'd be surprising to me that they be treating the dude how they be treating as far as Jerry. They be just like dog and Dak. You know what I'm saying? But you can take that back, because the last time they doubled up and gave him that money real quick again. So they kind of made up for that, you know what I'm saying? And I think they actually realized that Dak is who you need to build around moving forward, and you need to worry about him only. You know what I'm saying? So let's move on and let's see what we got going on.
Let's just get to the point.
All right, let's get to it. So, like I said, Trevon Diggs has been released. I said released by the Dallas Cowboys. He got a $97 million contract. I believe that may be what he got left. But like I said, we're going to look into it. So check this out. All right. So they already talking about Trevon Diggs' top landing spots after Cowboys released two-time Pro Bowler. He only a two-time. Let's get to another article before that. So, all right. So off the rip, Trevon Diggs released by Cowboys. How move impacts NFL salary cap after $97 million contract. Yeah, so he definitely had a $97 million contract. All right. Let's see, with one more game remaining in 2025 season. And that's another thing as well. They released him with one game left in the season. You know what I'm saying? When we read that, when we look at when we look at that other article, hopefully it lets us know contract parameters and all that. Cause releasing him at this time, it sounds like this is like a fair, it's like a fair trade, you know, a good handshake between good two dudes. It sounds like Trevon, you know, is at a point where he's trying to leave. Jerry and the front office of the Dallas Cowboys are probably like, hey, you've been a good soldier. We fuck with you. We'll let you go right before the playoffs. And then however your fate is what your fate is going to be. But releasing him with one game left in the 2025 season, that makes a difference in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? From my POV, my point of view, because it seemed like this was like a handshake, you know what I'm saying, deal right here. You know, a lot of these owners, they be doing, you know, under the table deals, man. So don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? They would do an under the table type deal where he probably gonna get some money, but I don't know. I don't know. But off the rip, let him go before the season is over is critical, if you ask me. All right. So the Dallas Cowboys reportedly decided to move on from one of their most notable defensive players. ESPN's Todd Archer reported Tuesday that Dallas released cornerback Trevon Diggs. That means he will become a free agent if he goes unclaimed throughout the waiver process. Diggs' 5-year, $97 million contract with the Cowboys was set to expire after the 2028 season. While the timing of this is certainly noticeable, James Slater of the NFL Network reported, Diggs said he is healthy and wants to join a team for the postseason. Yes, sir. According to Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network, the cornerback's release was in culmination of multiple factors spread over time, including both performance and other elements. Looks like the team felt it was best for both Trevon Diggs and the Cowboys to move on at this point. That makes sense. Releasing him right before the playoffs is like, bro, just give us our money back. Just give us our money back, bro, and go do you. You know what I'm saying? It seems some type respectable. You know what I'm saying? Because teams could release you at any time. I don't believe they needed to release you at this point in time. You dig what I'm saying? NFL Insider Jordan Schultz added that Diggs filed a request with the head coach Brian Schottenheimer to stay in Washington, D.C. after the team's Christmas Day game against the Commanders because his family is in the area. Hey, Brody, come back home, man. Look, hey, Trevon, go to a contender, go win a chip, and come back to D.C., bro. You from the area? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? We already got your coach. We already got your D coordinator, Dan Quinn. You know how to play in his type of defense. Just, come on back home, cuz. Let's see. And bring that attitude, man, too, man, because, I don't know what's going on with your coach. But that's another story. I don't like to jump. I like to keep the main thing sometimes. But when shit, I just got to say it, man. Like, bro, what's up with your coach, bro? What's up with Dan Quinn, man? Like, for real, dog. Like, I had a whole different perception of the guy before he became our head coach. And it ain't positive, but we'll get on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring that attitude back to DC that we thought we was getting when we got Dan Quinn off rip. All right. So, according to shows, Schottenheimer and the Cowboys denied Diggs' request. It wasn't that long ago the Alabama product was seen as one of the best cornerbacks in the league. He was a Pro Bowler and first team All-Pro selection in 2021 when he led the NFL in interceptions with 11. And that's the year where he led the season, or led the entire NFL in interceptions, like I mentioned earlier. Interception yards of 142 and interception return for touchdowns with 2. He followed that up with a Pro Bowl season in 2022 and appeared to be a foundational cornerstone for the Cowboys. Okay, so first season, well, not first season, but 2021 season, 11 interceptions. Took that bitch back 142 yards at a time for the year. Then he doubled up. He doubled back with a Pro Bowl season the next season. So they had to pay him. However, Diggs played just 2 games in 2023 and 11 games in 2024. He has appeared in a mere 8 games this year as durability remained a concern. But it isn't the only concern. With the interceptions no longer piling up like they did during Diggs' breakout season in 21, his issues in coverage have stood out even more. And opposing quarterbacks have enjoyed nearly a perfect passer rating when targeting him this season. That surely isn't particularly enticing for teams in the playoffs picture that may be looking to make a late addition. Although perhaps front offices will convince themselves a change of scenery could help Diggs discover his old form. For now, though, his immediate future is uncertain as the Cowboys decide to part ways with the 2020 second round pick. Yeah, 2020 second round pick got a second contract, 5 years, 97 million. Looks like there's a little under. Let's see here. A little under 20 mil a year for a second round pick. Hey, that's what you play for, man. You play for that second contract, man. Hopefully he's been able to eat enough off that second contract so that he can, move on and do his thing. So let's see what else they saying about Ball. All right.